Welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You with Tayler and Colleen in spirit. We've taken a little 2-week break, and this week we'll be doing another rewind and revisit episode where I pick a story of Colleen's from the past and she picks a story of mine from the past. Next week we'll be back at it with some new stories. And speaking of next week, we have a live podcast coming up on Sunday the 28th at 4 p.m. at Bottle Shop for the local people. And if you're not local or you just can't make it, you'll be able to listen to that episode on any of the podcast apps on Friday, July 3rd when it's released. But anyway, back to the episode. We're going to start with Colleen's pick, which is The Elevator Game, a creepy Reddit story where a person posted very specific instructions to get to a different world or a different dimension. Who's to say? Just listen to it and let us know what you think. And after The Elevator Game, we'll move on to my pick, which is the Keddie Cabin Murders. I loved the story, but also there was a lot of LOLing in the episode, which just makes it better. And laughing at ourselves, of course, not the actual story. But anyway, enjoy. So my story this episode was inspired again by a TikTok that Anita sent me. So it's called The Elevator Game. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Okay, because I had never heard of it either. And I'm not really going to tell the story like word for word that I watched on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be more about like the origin of the game. And then here and there I'll bring up some stuff because everyone has like a lot of different outcomes. But I'll get into that. So, Colleen, I've got something to tell you. So, like I just said, I'm going to tell you a story about something called, it's called Elevator to Another World, but also known as The Elevator Game.
Okay.
And the origins of the game link back to South Korea and Japan, not really having a clear like starting point, but like somewhere in the area. It gained popularity in the early 2000s on internet forums, especially a Japanese one called 2chan, I think, which is now called 4chan. I saw a couple of different ones, so I wasn't really sure, but it's something like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
And also Reddit. So, and I mean, if you know anything, or if you've seen any kind of like Japanese horror film, they are scary.
Yeah.
Like not just The Ring or The Grudge, or I think those are Japanese, right? I know The Ring is.
I think they originated there and then like they Americanized them, but like from what I've heard is like the Japanese version is like so much worse.
Yeah. And I've seen like a few. I remember one of our friends used to really like I think they're called like Japanese, like the short horror films. Like they'd only be like maybe like 30 minutes or something. And they were terrifying.
I was just gonna say that's a really short time. Like,
yeah,
that's like a condensed.
Yeah,
that even scarier.
And I feel like they'll be such simple concepts, but they'll be so freaky. Yeah. Like I remember one of them was like about this like almost like I feel like she looked like the Grudge or the Ring type personality. And it would be like if you had like jewelry on, like this necklace or the earrings or whatever, and you couldn't get it off, like she would attack whoever had jewelry on. And I don't remember the full extent of the story. I just remember being like, I gotta make sure I can take this off really quick.
Oh my gosh, you know when you like try on rings in the store and
you
can't get them off? What if
I think I literally thought of that. I was like, what if you had to like chop your finger off?
Yeah,
or like
before she like attacks you.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Just like thinking about that, and like this is also such a simple concept too, but I'm like I could see how this could be like horrifying.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Okay.
So the Elevator Game, it's believed that by following a sequence of floors and rules, you'll get to what has been described in different stories as a shadow world, another dimension, or just like another world. The Elevator Game is deeply unsettling and spooky, but first let's start with the rules of this game. 1, you must play it by yourself. You can't bring your best friend.
Dang it.
You can't go in a group, so we could never play it.
Yeah.
2, the building you choose must have at least 10 stories. And 3, don't speak to anybody. And 4, if anyone joins you, you can't complete the game. And
like joins in the elevator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to be alone, so a lot of people choose to do it like at night if they're gonna try it, so they don't accidentally run into someone and just have to stop. But there is one exception, the 5th floor, but we'll get onto that later.
Okay.
So the game sequence, you go into a building, the building that you've chosen, and remember it has to be at least 10 stories tall with an elevator that reaches all 10 floors consecutively. And you would press the up button. Before getting on, make sure no one else is on the elevator with you, like we just said. And once you get on, you click the 4th floor, then the 4th floor to the 2nd floor, 2nd floor to the 6th floor, 6th floor to the 2nd floor again, 2nd floor to the 10th floor, and then you don't get off on the 10th floor, but hit the button to go down to the 5th floor. After you arrive on the 5th floor, a young woman may or may not get in the elevator with you. If no one does, don't worry, the elevator game is still occurring. However, if she does, don't look at her and don't speak to her, because she is not what she seems and she is not human.
Are you gonna tell me what she is, or is that like...
It's definitely like an entity, and you'll kind of, we'll kind of get into that a little bit later.
Okay.
But I mean, nobody knows for sure, but it's almost like shape-shifting.
What if you do talk to her?
I'll get into that.
Okay. I figured, but I have questions.
Actually, yeah, let me get into that right now, though. On the TikTok that I watched, that Anissa had sent me, for her on the 5th floor, because she had a group of friends that were there when she was doing it. Her friend got on the 5th floor, and she talked to her, and eventually she had gotten off. She ended up later saying she never saw her.
The friend?
Yeah. And she was like, I was never on the elevator. What are you talking about? So this like thing shape-shifted into her friend to trick her into talking to her. And in a couple of other stories that I read on Reddit, like they showed up as like a famous person, like a celebrity, or so like someone that you would actually like and be like, oh, hi.
Tom Hardy gets on. I'm like,
failed the game.
Yeah, immediately done.
And then there's like, it's been described as like almost like a woman with like long dark hair, kind of like ring looking type.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't talk to her for sure.
Yeah. Hell no. So anyway, despite that, don't get off on the 5th floor. Stay on even if the woman is with you, and press the button to go down to the 1st floor. Once you press the button to go to the 1st floor, there's 2 possible outcomes. It'll either go down to the 1st floor, which means it didn't work, or it'll start going up instead of down to the 10th floor. So the 10th floor. Once you arrive at the 10th floor, the doors will open. Unlike all of the other floors, you have a choice here. You can either stay on the elevator or you can get off. If the woman that got on the 5th floor is still there, she might ask you where you're going, and don't answer her. But from what I read, she like really tries to get you to answer the question, which is like so creepy on its own.
Yeah. Like,
I would
none
never.
of your damn business.
I know. Stop asking me. Harassment. So once you get off, there will be 2 things that you notice. It'll be almost like an abandoned floor, like all the lights will be off. It'll just be you. And a lot of people described seeing like a window, and outside the window, it looks like kind of deserted. It's nighttime, and there's like a red glowing cross, but almost like it's on a building, like that kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Creepy.
Yeah.
They say that electronic devices don't work, like phones, cameras, anything like that. You might get disoriented and forget which elevator you came in on. Some say if you lose consciousness or pass out, you'll wake up in your own bed, but it might not. Like, it'll look like your house, but like something will be slightly off.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like you're on like kind of like a different timeline.
So why do people do this?
Because people are crazy. I would never.
I know.
Try
like,
that.
No.
But it's almost like, I feel like it's one of those things like when you're a kid, like Bloody Mary. They're like, go in there and turn off the light and see what happens, and you do it.
The amount of times I have to like actively remind myself, like if you go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and I will be like going to the bathroom and then I'll be like, don't think it. Don't think it. Like, don't think it.
You're like, don't say it.
Yeah.
Your mind's like, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it does. And it's like, there's no fighting it.
I love that you think. I've like never.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like it gives me that kind of vibe where it's like people are telling you a thing to do to get to something, so somebody's gonna try it.
Yeah, it's like a challenge. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, understood.
So to return, you must use the same elevator to return as the one in which you arrived, because from what it sounds like, there's different elevators. I mean, you're in a building, so I don't know if you explore. I don't know what would happen. They didn't expand on that.
Yeah.
And when you enter the elevator, press the buttons in the same order in which you did steps 2 through 8 of venturing out.
Would never remember.
They would already have I'm like, okay, the way down there, you have all these sequences you have to remember. Now on the way back, you have to remember.
Yeah.
It's too
Absolutely
much.
not. I'd be stuck there for the rest of my life.
You're like, you know what? I'm just going to stay in the other world.
Yeah. Cool. Me and this lady, best friends. Like,
she'll just stare at me for the rest of my life.
I stare right back.
Until the end of time. So you should finish at the 5th floor. When you reach the 5th floor, press the button for the 1st floor. The elevator will again ascend to the 10th floor, but you have to cancel it to make sure it goes down.
I just imagine those. Sorry. We get stuck with the lady, but like we out awkward her. So
she's like, I'm actually going to get off.
I'm actually going to like, here's the sequence to get home. Like, just please leave me alone.
You ask her so many questions.
Yeah.
She's like, stop. You ask her to get on the podcast.
Yeah. I have so many stories to tell you.
Can you tell your story?
Yeah. She's like, get away from me.
She's like, I hate you guys. Okay, so it basically says when you get back, make sure everything seems like normal. Like nothing's like slightly off, like alternate timeline wise, like something's not right.
Yeah.
And so when you come back, a lot of people describe similar things happening to them. And it's usually the people that didn't do it like correctly.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you may bring home a malevolent spirit that attaches
Nope.
itself to you in the other world on the 10th floor. You may not have even noticed its presence on the 10th floor when it was like there.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say you find yourself seeing shadow people, which, as we know, those are entities that you see out of the corners of your eyes, and they disappear when you like see them or whatever.
I feel like, okay, well, I guess I need to listen to the other options, but
like not so bad.
Not so bad.
Nightmares or sleep paralysis could affect you after returning home from the elevator game. And people describe feeling like they're being like watched. And what happens if you speak to the woman on the 5th floor?
That's what I want to know.
So a lot of people report seeing her in their home. And the creepiest thing to me, it's like, okay, like the corners, like peripherals of your vision. But a lot of people will say they see her in the mirror behind them.
Oh, I know.
I know. And I was just like, hell no. Like, no, thank you. I could never.
I would never look in a mirror again.
Yeah. And other people said they like wake up to like a shriek, which sounds like so scary.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I think the actual TikTok, so like I said, it was her friend that she ended up seeing.
Yeah.
But then she didn't realize it wasn't her friend at the time, so weird shit started happening after that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so don't do the elevator game.
Yeah. Well, I was curious because if she's showing up in your house, how do you know that it's her if she's shapeshift? Like, you know what I mean? Like
I think it shows up as whoever. Actually, no, that's a good.
Because then it would be like, Taylor's around all the time. Awesome. Like,
you're like, Tayler, why are you in my house? Well, the ones that I read when she was showing up, I think that's how she showed up on the elevator.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly. Or Yeah, I think so.
Well, she probably shows up in like the most creepy version.
Yeah.
Like when she's following you home.
Like maybe her like original version or something.
Yeah. But she seems busy. Like, how's she hunting all these people?
I know. She's like another person playing the game.
Oh my God. I had a 2:00 scheduled.
She's like, now I gotta be back on the damn elevator. But yeah, so that is the story of the elevator game.
Well, we're never going to play it, but I liked hearing about it.
Yeah, I will never play that, but I liked reading about it. And I felt if you want to actually read the stories, just search elevator game Reddit and a bunch of them will come up.
Does anybody have videos of the game? Is that what you watched on TikTok?
No, it was a girl. So the person I watched on TikTok, people send their stories to her. And so she read her story. But no, that's actually a good question though, because like security camera footage,
right?
Like if they would have gotten it, if they could ask the building, I should look that up.
And Taylor, I've got something to tell you.
Yay.
Okay, so.
What is it? The flashlight.
I'm afraid to touch anything over here. I just knocked everything over a second ago. Well, so I remember when we were talking, and I think I've said this before, but a while ago, and you were like, yeah, I really like unsolved ones. So I've been trying to find unsolved ones that I like that meet my needs as well as your needs.
Oh, thank you.
So I think I finally found one.
I'm excited.
So I am going to be covering Cabin 28, the Keddie Murders.
Cabin
28.
Ooh.
The Keddie Murders.
Okay, I'm excited.
Cool. I am too.
Wait, is it like a cabin?
It's a cabin and it's unsolved.
That is creepy.
Yeah. I feel like you would like it because I feel like cabin in the woods kind of vibes.
Yeah. I was always, yeah.
You hate camping, but whatever.
Well, so when I was,
No, go.
Really quick.
Yes.
When I was younger, like in elementary school, we visited our family in Chicago. And one of my older cousins, she was like only a couple of years older, but she was obsessed with horror movies. And she had me watching Friday the 13th, and they're in a cabin. And after that, I was terrified of the cabins growing up. And we'd always go to Christopher Creek, which is like up north here in Arizona. And it's like all these little cabins in the woods. I would always just think like, there's a murderer out there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's the vibe, right? But I was going to say my sister worked at a camp for like a summer camp. And I realized I've never told you this story.
Yeah.
They had a creeper at their summer camp.
What?
Yeah. So like it was it was like quintessential summer camp that you think about. Like, cause I went to that summer camp too.
Oh.
Like cabins, like the whole shebang of, counselors and all of that thing. Yeah. And they had some guy that would like sneak on to the campgrounds and like he would like look in people's cabins and stuff like that. Yeah.
Gross. See, that's why.
So don't fuck with cabins.
You know what? Okay. And I know last episode we talked about going to the cabins and the superstitions. I don't know.
I just booked a cabin with my family.
You did?
Yeah.
Have fun.
Maybe I didn't even put that together when I was like trying.
You're like, why does cabin sound so familiar?
Yeah, maybe because I just put a deposit down. Anyway, so cabin. Well, shit. What if we're staying what if it's cabin 28?
Oh my God. If it is, you gotta take a picture.
Okay, I will. I'll go find whatever cabin 28 is. This one's in California and we're in Arizona, so it's like
okay.
I'll just go find cabin 28 in Arizona.
Yeah. Wait, does this take place in Arizona?
No.
Okay. Thank God. If it's unsolved, I hope it doesn't.
It is in California, though.
Ooh. Okay,
so Cabin 28, the Keddie Murders. Cue the fire crackles. So we're going to start with the family at the center of the story, which is the Sharps. The year is 1980. And Sue Sharp is a 36-year-old single mom. She had been through a lot. She was for years in an abusive marriage. And So in 1980, she decides to finally leave her abusive husband and take her kids with her. She has 5 kids: John, who is 15, Sheila, who is 14, Tina, who is 12, Rick, who is 10, and Greg, who is 5. So she packs up the whole group and she moves them to Keddie, California.
Okay.
Yeah. Keddie is this tiny, isolated town tucked into the Sierra Nevada mountains, which is what we love. Small town.
Small town murders.
Shit goes down. There's only like 66 people in the whole town.
Dang.
Yeah, it's tiny.
That's a whole other level of small town.
Yeah.
I feel like all of them are like maybe a couple hundred.
Yeah. No, it's very small.
Dang.
And it's certainly not like glamorous. It's more of like a place where people like stop through versus actually live, which is why there's so little amount of people that live there. But so the Sharp family, they want to start over, but they also, like, she's a single mom, so she's also trying to find something that she can afford, and she can afford Keddie. So they move into Cabin 28 on a camping ground in Keddie, and it's just like they're viewing it as a temporary home. Again, they're looking for things that they can afford. So they just move into this cabin. And life wasn't easy for the Sharp family. Sue worked hard to make ends meet, and the family lived in semi-poverty. They were really just living to live. Yeah, they're living to live. They're not like spending outside of their means or anything like that. But they seemed like a really good family. And Sue is really described as like she loved her kids. Like her kids were her whole life, and they say that she, like, everybody that knew her were just like that. Like, the woman worked her ass off, but she did it for her kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But so she's just doing her best to build a safe life for her family. So it's not glamorous, but she's doing her best.
Yeah.
And they also, all of the kids had dreams for the future. You know, the kids are all described as like really friendly. They're super friendly with like the different kids on the campgrounds. They all are intelligent and ambitious. But jump to April 1981 and everything changed.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's Saturday night, April 11th, 1981, which I just looked at the date and it's not the 11th. But that would have been weird.
Honestly, I didn't even notice.
Well, April 11th, 1981, the Sharp family is settling in for what seems to be like an ordinary night in Cabin 28. Sheila, the second oldest daughter, she decides to go sleep over at a friend's cabin nearby, so she's not home. But back at Cabin 28, Sue is with her 2 youngest boys, Rick and Greg, and they're with their friend Justin Smart, and he's one of their friends from the campground, so he's staying overnight. Sounds like fun. And John, the oldest, is out with his best friend, Dana Wingate, who is 17. It's reported that John and Dana returned to the cabin around midnight. So somebody sees them go back to the cabin around that time. The next morning, April 12th, Sheila walks back to Cabin 28 after spending the night at her friend's house. It's a quick walk back to her cabin, and it's a super quiet morning. She says nothing unusual. But when she walks into the cabin, the first thing she notices is how quiet it was. It's eerie. She feels like it felt like heavy, that everybody should be awake by now. She imagined her mom would be like making breakfast. The boys would be running around, like something
big
like
family.
Yeah. But it's dark in the cabin, and she starts saying that her eyes are adjusting to the light. And that's when she sees everything. Her mother, Sue, is lying on the floor near the couch. Her brother, John, is sprawled by the front door, and next to him is his best friend, Dana.
Oh my God.
The 3 bodies are bound with electrical cords. Their wrists and ankles are tied tightly. Their mouths are gagged with strips of medical tape, and blood is everywhere.
Oh my God.
It is splattered on the walls. It's pooling on the floor. Like, it was almost like something, like if you had like your sink overflow.
Like drained
Like,
them.
it was everywhere. It was even across the ceiling.
What the heck?
So the room looked like it's been torn apart with absolute rage. Furniture is overturned. The table near the couch is broken. Sheila describes that she can smell blood and just metal filling the room. Which...
I know.
So Sheila panics. She is rushing to see if she can find the rest of her family. So she goes to check the bathrooms. Not your first choice. Bedrooms. Bedrooms. So she wants to check the bedrooms, and both of her younger brothers, Rick and Greg, are still in bed and they're sleeping. And their friend, Justin, who had stayed the night, is also asleep in the bedroom. So, like, they seem completely unbothered by whatever just happened.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded like there was, like, definitely a fight.
For sure.
Yeah.
So then she's looking for her sister, Tina, and she can't find Tina anywhere. And so she runs out of the cabin yelling for Tina and, like, yelling for help. That Tina's, like, she can't find Tina. Tina was supposed to be there. Tina's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so investigators arrive at cabin 28. They quickly realize this isn't just a murder scene. It's something far more disturbing. They were shocked by the violence. Keep in mind, this is like a small town, and we've talked about small town cops. Like, it's not their fault, but like, they're just not equipped.
Because, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this was a brutal murder.
Yeah. And obviously that's not happening all the time.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. Get that.
So, sorry, I took a drink of water. Sue, the mother, like I said, is found near the sofa. Her hands and ankles were bound with the electrical cords. She's gagged with a strip of medical tape and a bandana. She has been stabbed multiple times in the chest and the neck. Her head shows signs of blunt force trauma, which they believe was used by a claw hammer. Yeah.
And don't they say too when, like, I mean, I know you actually just said this, but like the rage filled like attack, because it's just like she was already dead, obviously, at some point, but the multiple stab wounds in the head trauma.
Something personal.
Mm-hmm.
She's also partially covered with, and this is exactly what you were saying, she's partially covered with a blanket as if somebody had like tried to cover her, which is another thing that they say if it's something personal. Like, if they knew her, they're trying to, like, what's the right word? Like, protect her in some way. Like, give her some decency.
Okay. I was thinking like maybe they were ashamed of what they did or something afterwards. Should.
Yeah, they say a lot of the times when it's like attacks on the face, or they try and like cover up the attack, it's because they knew the person. So it's like
interesting.
Yeah. John, her 15-year-old son, he is sprawled near the front door. He too has been beaten and stabbed repeatedly. Dana, John's 17-year-old friend, is lying nearby. His injuries are gruesome. He has been strangled with a cord and beaten so severely that his skull was fractured.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The weapons, as I mentioned a little bit before in the attack, was the claw hammer. Or they find these weapons sitting on the table next to the door, like the front door. Like, what? Basically like
here's the evidence.
And it's the claw hammer, a bent steak knife, which if it's a bent steak knife, that means they're hitting so hard that it bent the knife. and they're probably hitting bones.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's just like the amount of violence that was used in this.
Yeah.
And then they also find a butcher knife.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's like the big square one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm like over here all like
You're like, it's
I'm
the
like, it's
the big one. Those freak me out.
Devil's in the details.
Yeah.
So they are all okay, so then again, like I said, the steak knife is so badly damaged that investigators believe it broke during the attack and it was bent during the attack. Again, the blood is everywhere, splattered on the walls, pooled on the floor, and even streaked across the ceiling. Whoever committed these murders didn't just kill, they unleashed an unspeakable fury. That's my dog's name.
Fury.
She is unspeakable.
And you will unleash her when needed.
Yeah. This is where things are really weird, is there's so much blood, but there are no footsteps from the attackers noted in the blood coming like in the house or leaving the house. Because you would imagine like there would be some like a handprint or a footprint or something, and there's nothing.
Interesting.
Yeah. And there's no forced entry. Contemplate on that.
Yeah.
So you're also probably wondering, where's Tina?
Mm-hmm.
So investigators searched the area around Cabin 28 for weeks looking for Tina and found absolutely nothing. And keep in mind, this was a brutal murder. So they're also in a town of 66 people. Yeah. So whoever committed this is probably covered in blood and nobody saw anything. And I would imagine in a town of 66 people, you probably have quite a few gossips that like if they saw something, they would probably be talking about it.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying anything. So the case goes quiet. Tina's just missing. They have no leads. Like they just ignore it, I guess. So then 3 years later, on April 28th, exactly 3 years after the murders, a call came in to the Butte County Sheriff's Office, and the anonymous caller said he'd found a skull near Feather Falls, which is about 50 miles from Keddie. And he says, I think it's Tina Sharp's skull.
How would he know?
How would he know?
Yeah. Sorry, there's a gnat.
It's okay. Unless he was the murderer.
Yeah.
But
3 years later,
3 years to the day.
It's crazy.
It's insane. Investigators went to the location and they found part of the skull and jawbone along with other bones scattered nearby. Dental records confirmed it was Tina, and the rest of her body has never been found. They also never looked into the caller or identified him.
Do you think it was the ex-husband?
I go into.
Sorry,
no,
I feel
it's
like
okay.
It just like popped in my head right now because at first I was blaming the people upstairs.
Wait, the people upstairs?
The people upstairs sleeping. Like, how are you sleeping through that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it was 2-story. I think it's a 1-story cabin, by the way. So even more sketch that they didn't hear anything.
Yeah. I was like, unless he drugged them. Somebody drugged them.
Yeah, I don't know.
All the theories.
It's still unsolved. Tayler.
It could have been.
Okay, well, you jumped again, but we're going to go into theories and suspects. So, first of the suspects is Martin Smart, and he is the main suspect in this. Mm-hmm. So, Justin Smart was the boy that was staying over, remember? Mm-hmm. And so Martin Smart, I wrote that. Martin Spart is Martin Spart. Spart? Why can't I say this word?
You said it so fast.
Martin Smart.
Martin Shart.
Martin Shart.
Anyway,
oh my God,
sorry.
Word fumble of the episode.
It's nighttime.
Yeah. Martin Smart, the stepfather of Justin Smart.
Mm-hmm. The friend, right?
The friend.
Okay.
The young bi. Oh my God. Night recordings are golly.
The young bi.
Bye.
Okay.
Get it together. I can't look at you anymore. Okay, Justin. We're just not going to say their last name anymore.
The friend. Just call him
Friend
that.
of. Okay.
All over myself. Okay. I'm seriously done. It's like really Justin. Wait, is it Justin?
Justin. Justin shirt.
Justin. The young
It's
bi.
not even that funny.
No, but the young bi.
The young bi.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm over it.
Are you?
I am.
Okay. Cool. We got a lot more names I gotta get through this.
You got this.
I took one out because I was trying to say it, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to get through it, so I just deleted it from the story.
No more.
You
Oh my
good?
God. My cheeks hurt.
I know. All right. Main suspect, Martin, dad of Justin. Stepdad of
Got
Justin.
it.
Cool. Said it 27 times now. So Martin did not like Sue because he believed that Sue had been interfering in his marriage and that she was telling his wife, Marilyn. Cool, I did that one good.
But yeah, good job.
Thanks. So Martin and Marilyn, that Sue was telling Marilyn to leave Martin, that Sue didn't think that Martin was a good guy and that she was like interfering with.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So he was very vocal about not liking Sue because he believed that that's what was going on. So they believed that that could have given motive to kill her, and that the boys were just happened to come in at the same time. Yeah. Wrong time, wrong place kind of thing. On the night of the murders, Martin and his friend Beau, we're just going to call him Beau. So Beau has a criminal past, and Martin and Beau are seen drinking at a local bar. They both claim to have just gone straight home afterwards, but their alibi has always seemed kind of shaky. It almost seems like Martin coerced Marilyn to say that he came straight home, even though sometimes their timelines didn't always add up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And that for days after the murder, Martin and Beau were both seen acting kind of strange around town. Mm-hmm. So people just kind of became very suspicious of him. What even becomes more suspicious, get it out, today,
Don't
Junior.
Be suspicious.
That was a glitch in the Matrix.
She was
glitching
through
for
the
a
Matrix. She malfunctioned. We do that sometimes.
Yeah. Many times. So Martin actually confesses that so there's a confession that he allegedly made to a counselor shortly after the murders. According to this counselor, Martin admitted that he killed Sue and Tina. But for reasons that remain unclear, this confession wasn't properly investigated. And whether it's a lack of evidence or incompetence, or I think something's getting covered up.
Yeah.
But
that's what it sounds like.
The case against Martin never gets pursued.
What?
Yeah. And then there's the letter. So Marilyn. They both have M names. I would really like people to make their names more easy for me to
Like,
tell
if you're
story.
gonna get married, can you make it a little different,
jeez,
please?
Louise, people. Okay. Years later, there's a letter. And this comes from Marilyn, Martin's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And she came forward with a handwritten letter she claimed Martin had written to her. In it, he says, "I've paid the price of your love, and now that I've bought it with 4 lives, you tell me we are enough." Or, no, we are through. Let's reread that.
Yeah.
"I've paid the price of your love, and now that I've bought it with 4 lives, you tell me we are through." The letter is chilling, to say the least, and it feels like it's just a direct, like, 4 lives. That's how many people died.
Yeah. I don't know. Unless he's like trying to. But then it's like, why would you admit to that? Like,
Yeah, he keeps trying to say, "I did it," and nobody, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, Martin.
They're like, shut up, Martin.
Shut up, Martin.
Like, is this
Stop
guy still
trying
talking?
stop trying to admit to murder. Stop trying to solve the case. We
He's
keep
like
trying
holding
to
a
solve.
sign. He's like,
I
I
did it.
They just put the blinds down.
He's like, yeah.
It's you.
Ignore him.
So anyway.
Town kook over there.
Crazy though.
Yeah, so the confession again never gets acted upon. It's like, what's this guy got to do?
Yeah. Kill more people?
So Martin's friend, Beau, is another part of the case because of Beau's criminal history.
Mm-hmm.
He was working with he was co-workers with organized crime. He had a history of organized crime and like connections to like mafia type people.
Oh, damn.
And so also history of extreme violence. And he had only been in Keddie for a very short time, and he was staying with Martin and Marilyn in their cabin. So some believe that Beau, with his criminal background, may have been the one to actually carry out the murders, while it was Martin's idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And
especially if he's like, that's like his thing.
Yeah. And then Beau left town really fast after the murders. He just like disappeared. So a lot of people think that that's a guilty man fleeing the scene.
Yeah.
But just like Martin's confession, nobody ever looks into it.
Why would they at this point?
Yeah.
They're like, who did it?
Martin's over here like big red flag.
Did it. That is crazy.
Yeah, he's just walking around with a bloody knife. And they're like, who?
He just has bloody clothes going to the laundromat.
Yikes. Okay, so also Tina. So, also people think that Tina was possibly the target at just 12 years old. Tina was vulnerable, and some theories believe that killers may have abducted her for reasons that I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
And so the fact that her remains weren't discovered until 3 years later, and that the anonymous caller who reported her skull seemed to know exactly who it was, has led to speculation about her connection to the killers. They clearly knew her. And in my opinion, they clearly knew her. Sorry, I'm saying that as if it's fact. I'm saying that this is my
sounds
theory.
like it, yeah.
I also think that she was possibly alive and being held for those 3 years, but nothing has been released, and no further suspects were investigated.
Mm.
I don't know what the Sharp family did, but somebody's covering something up.
For sure, yeah.
So just like I'm criticizing it now, the investigation into the Keddie murders has been criticized for decades. From the start, there were glaring errors and missed opportunities, which we talk about. They're small town police. Like, I don't think it's their fault. I just don't think, like, they're properly equipped to handle
for
something.
That kind of, yeah, but it's almost like there should be, like, some closer town you can call as backup to look into it. Like, and you're in California.
And yeah, I take it back. They also had several confessions and they still didn't.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, 4 murders and there's literally confessions and you're like, what do I do with the evidence?
Yeah.
Let's just
What do I do with
let's
these
just see if
handcuffs
anyone
over
else-
here?
How do these work? Do we even have a jail cell?
Oh yeah. Okay, so obviously missed opportunity. Evidence wasn't properly secured. Like leads weren't followed up on. Obviously, they had phone calls, and we're gonna say it a million times. Confessions, and they just didn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
And the key suspects, like Martin and Bo, were allowed to just walk away without any questioning. But some people believe it wasn't incompetence, that it was actually intentional. There is speculation that the local law enforcement may have been involved in the cover-up, perhaps to protect someone connected to the case, especially with Bo having the connections that he had, that potentially his connections put some money in hands or threats. Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought of that too, because I mean, it's not the first time that like it's ever been heard that like a mafia would be able to like persuade the police to
Exactly.
cover something up.
Yeah. So, but there are endless theories about the murders. Every theory comes back to the same unsettling truth, though. Someone somewhere knows exactly what happened in Cabin 28. And we'll just keep checking the news. Set your Google alerts because we want to know what happened.
Wait, what year did this happen in again?
1981.
Jeez.
And you like those BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Mm-hmm.
They do one on this.
Oh, they do?
And they go to the cabin.
Oh.
Well, it's been torn down now, but
but they
go to the area. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch that one.
Mhm.
I don't remember that one, but I didn't watch a lot of the true crime
Yeah.
ones because they have true crime and paranormal.
And I watched the true crime.
On brand for
Yeah.
you.
So yeah, that is the unsolved murder of
That was a good
Cabin
one.
28. Yeah.
I liked that. I mean, I don't like that they died, but mysterious.
It's just so creepy. What creeps me out about that one is like either they cleaned up the crime scene so they didn't find footsteps, but like that there were no footsteps
Someone
leaving.
clearly experienced did that. Like, how could you hide footsteps and handprints and
Exactly.
in the 80s?
Like how brutal that was.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
And how did the boys sleep through it?
I still don't understand that.
But they do. And then also, why didn't they kill the boys?
I don't know. It's so weird.
I have so many questions, Taylor. Why don't you have the answers?
I don't know. Unless, what if they killed them somewhere else and then brought them in and made it look like a crime scene?
I feel like because of all of the blood in...
It had to have been
there.
That's true, because it was, on the ceiling.
Yeah. Sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I did really like that story. Thank you for specifically... I can't talk today either. And that wraps up our episode. As always, don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on everything at IGSTTYpod. And if you want to send in a story, you can email us at igsttystories@gmail.com. And thank you for listening.